to our installment of Monday Motivation. I'm going to give everybody time to get on. I pray that your day has been blessed and all is going well for you and with yours. You know, this is a day, truly a day that the Lord has made. We should be glad and rejoice in it. And as I always ask you, have you told the Lord thank you today? Have you told God thank you for all that He's done in your life, all that He's doing, and then willing to give Him a shout for what He's about to do? I want to encourage you today to just tell the Lord thank you. He is worth the thank you. He is worth the praise. He is worth the honor. He is worth the glory. And you ought to just glorify God today. I want to thank each and every one of you for coming on today and being with me. And again, I would like to just encourage you to start a watch party and invite your family and friends and those that need a word. You know, I'm going to talk about something today that's just going to bless you. And so I want you to, if you have family or friends or maybe even some of your enemies, somebody that's dealing with letting things go. If you're dealing with an issue yourself, or you know somebody that they just can't let it go, maybe you know somebody that just now finding themselves in a thing and they just can't let that thing go, then I want you to definitely invite them on right now. This right here that I'm getting ready to share with you is going to bless you. It's going to bless them. And I want you and them and everybody to get this. And so go ahead and invite them on and tell them that quarter is on. Swift Tabernacle is on with a motivational moment, and you don't want to miss this one. And so those on Facebook, start a watch party. Those of you all that's on YouTube, welcome. Listen, start hitting that like button on YouTube so we can get more followers, more people coming on. And even those of you all that's here on Facebook, start liking and sharing and just inviting your family and friends on that they can get on and be a part of this great teaching, just the things that we do. We want to be a blessing to you and to yours, and to just share in a way that I know that's going to bless and just you know, we live in a time when people need hope. Give me a minute. I'm going to take this Bluetooth out of my ear. Amen. We live in a time when folk just need hope. They need encouragement. They need to be built up. And that's what this motivational moment is about. It's just about teaching us how to deal with different things and situations and issues. And because at the end of the day, listen, always remember this. There's nobody going to take care of you like you. Thank God if you have folk in your life that they don't want to see you hurt, they don't want to see you struggle, they don't want to see you suffer, and so they're willing to do whatever they have to do to make your life comfortable, to be there for you if you need something, to encourage you, and all of that. But at the end of the day, sometimes you can't get to them folk. Sometimes those people, those individuals, those that love you, your family members and friends, they'll have their own things going on. And so sometimes they can't give you the attention or maybe the time that's needed. And so you're going to have to learn how, I've learned how to encourage myself in the Lord. I've learned how to pull myself up out of dark and dim situations. I've learned how to have the proper perspective when I'm dealing with the problem. I've learned to have the focus that I'd rather that my mindset is that I see a glass half full instead of half empty, and so I'm very optimistic. And that's what the motivational moment is about. It's about giving you optimistic outlook when you're dealing with problems and issues and situations, and help you look at it in a way that's healthy and whole for you. And so I want to thank you all for coming on. Those of you all that's on Facebook, just say something there in the chat book. Say, hey, hello, I need what's about to come forth, whatever it is. But let me know that you're on. Let me know that I'm not wasting my time, nor do I want to waste your time. But I think that what I'm about to share with you is really going to bless you. I want to talk to you for just the next few minutes from the thought, let that thing go. Let that thing go. I know some of you all that are very intellectual, are very intellectually astute, and your grammar and all that's good. I'm just a little country boy. I can go with the good grammar and could say let that thing go. But today I want to tell you to let that thing go. You know that thing that's keeping you up at night, that thing that's keeping you from having the peace that God would desire that you have, that thing that keeps you angry and that continues to fester in your spirit, that thing that it's so hard for you to move forward because every time you think about what they or what it did to you, you just can't move forward. I talk to a lot of people, and one of the things that I'm dealing with a lot with people in today's time is people are telling me, listen, Quarter, I'm just finding it hard to let some stuff go. I'm finding it hard to let the things go, the hurt that people have done, the disappointment that have come my way. I'm finding it so hard to let that go. Am I talking to anybody that's dealing with some disappointment, some shame, some hurt, and you just find it hard to let it go? Or maybe you know somebody that they just won't release it, won't let it go. And let me tell you, I want to be a witness. I want to tell you, I was that person. At one time in my life, I was that person. If you did something to me, you were going to know about it one way or other. If you crossed me wrong, if you lied on me, if you mistreated me, if you said something that I did not like, I could not let that thing go. I couldn't let that thing go. I would hold on to it and it would haunt me, it would bother me, and at the end of the day, all I wanted people to do, I know I get a witness, I wanted them to feel the pain that they had inflicted on me. Come on, somebody. I wanted them to hurt like they hurt me. I didn't want them to die or nothing mean or evil like that, but I wanted them to feel the pain. I wanted them, especially, let me talk to somebody that you hadn't done anything wrong, but you've been wrong. Not that you've never done nothing wrong in your life, but in this particular time or situation or whatever you're dealing with, the hurt that you're experiencing, this you did not deserve. You didn't deserve for them to lie on you. You didn't deserve for them to treat you that way. You didn't deserve for them to ostracize you and cast you aside. You just did not deserve it. I think about Joseph in the Bible, that Joseph had a dream, and his brothers threw him in a pit, and then he went to prison, and then on to Potiphar's house. We know the story, but Joseph can truly say, I did not deserve any other things that came my way. But what I have learned, and I want to share three things, because when you can't let that thing go, it will affect your life in three areas. It will affect you mentally, it will affect you physically, and it will affect you spiritually. Let me say that again. When you're holding on to some hurt, when you're holding on to some pain, when you're holding on to the wrong that someone has inflicted on you, it will affect you three ways. It will affect you mentally, in your mind, it will affect you physically, in your body, and it will affect you spiritually, in your soul. And so I'm going to help you tonight. Maybe you're somebody that you're dealing with a breakup, and you were wronged, but you just can't get that person or that thing that they did to you out of your mind. Maybe you had a job working with coworkers, or maybe you're dealing with church hurt. Amen, somebody. Maybe you're dealing with church hurt. But whatever it is, I want to help you tonight. I want to be able to encourage you. And three things that I have learned over the years that I apply to my life that helps me let that thing go. And I want to help you. The first thing I want you to know in order to let that thing go, and this deals with your mental, is your sanity is worth saving. Let me say that again. Your sanity is worth saving. In other words, your mind is worth fighting for. And a lot of times when we allow these things that we don't let go, or we feel like we can't let go, when we allow those things to take residence in our minds, those things begin to affect us mentally, and that's when depression comes in. That's when anger comes in, and bitterness, and then you begin to take your frustration out on people that ain't did nothing to you, and hurting those people. So I want you to know that your sanity is worth saving. Your mind is worth fighting for. Don't lose your mind over this. That thing that you can't let go, it is not worth you losing your mind over. It is not worth you going insane and not being able to function and not being able to do the things that you need to do. And so you have to understand, and you got to remind yourself. I had to remind myself daily when I was holding on to stuff that my sanity is worth saving. My mind is worth fighting for. And I don't want to lose my mind over this. And here's the deal. The hurt that you're experiencing, and the people that hurt you or wronged you, they're going on with their daily lives. They're going on with their business. They're not suffering, but here you are suffering with your sanity. You're about to lose your mind because you can't move on. But tell yourself right now, my sanity is worth saving. In other words, a mind is a terrible thing to lose over this. I'm not going to lose my mind over this. I'm not going to I'm not going to allow myself to stay in this. I'm not going to allow it to keep running through my mind. I'm going to have to capture those thoughts, and I'm going to have to read some words, or read the word, or read a book, or get a hobby or activity. But I have to do something to make me remember that my sanity is worth saving. Your mind is worth saving. And I know it hurts you. I know what they did to you. They wronged you, but you got to understand God has a greater plan for you. They had a plot. God has a plan. Amen. And don't let their plot interfere with the plan that God has for you. And in order for you to receive the plan and to walk in your purpose, you have to have a right mind. That's why we say, let this mind be in me, which is also in Christ Jesus. When God is speaking, you have to be able to listen. When God is speaking, you have to be able to recognize the voice of the Lord. You know the devil's voice. The devil tells you to be mad. He tells you to be angry. He tells you to stay in that place. He tells you to seek revenge. But God tells us to hold on to our peace. He tells us to lean not to our own understanding, but in all of our ways acknowledge him, and he will direct our paths. He's dealing with our mind. He does not want us to lose our mind. And so your sanity is worth saving. Say that with me. My sanity is worth saving. In other words, my mind is valuable. And I have to have my mind. I have to be in my right mind that I can deal with what I need to deal with that's not dealing with this thing. Whoa, did you get that? Because oftentimes that thing that you're dealing with, it'll distract you from doing the other things that you need to be doing. It will affect your motivation. It will affect your encouragement. It will affect you in other ways. And so you have to let that thing go. Well, how? By realizing my sanity is worth saving. The second thing I've learned to do when I am dealing with that thing, the second thing that I've learned to do that I want to share with you is focus on what you can fix. Wow. Sometimes when you're going through the thing that you're going through, and the hurt and disappointment and what you're dealing with, you can't fix it. At the current moment, you can't do anything about it. The tears are flowing. The ideas are not connecting. The thought, you want to be out of it. You want that thing to be over. But the reality is, at this particular time, there's nothing you can do about it. So how about focusing on what you can fix? Focus your mind and attention on the things that you can do. Focus your mind and attention on the things that you need to accomplish. Your job, your children, your family, the things that you know that need your attention. The things that you need to be focused on, that you can give the right time and the right amount of energy. Focus on what you can fix. Wow. Listen, if you can't fix it, don't focus on it. You know, I'm shooing mosquitoes now. Let me put my little light up. I got my little bug zapper out here, and but focus on the things that you can fix. instead of focusing on the things that you can't fix, those things that are keeping you up at night. The reason why they're keeping you up at night is because you're trying to figure out how to fix it and there is no answer. The reason why you're struggling in it so much is because you're trying to make the dots connect and they don't. And so, but what about focusing on what you can do to make you better? Sometimes the situation, you have to put it, that thing that you have to let go. There comes a moment in a time when you have to set it to the side and let it do what it's going to do, and allow God to fix it, or allow God to speak to you on how to fix it, instead of you spending all of your mental energy trying to fix it. That's how you let that thing go. You have to focus on what you can fix. Focus on your children, or your child. Focus on your job. Focus on your vision. Focus on that you need to do that's going to help you get to the next place positively in your life. Stop giving your positive energy to a negative thing. That's what I'm trying to say. Stop giving your positive energy to a negative thing. Stop spending all of your good time, your good energy, your good focus on something you cannot fix. If God hasn't given it to you yet, it just means it's not time yet. Sometimes that thing has to marinate. Sometimes it has to boil. Sometimes it has to sit there, and it has to sit there alone, away from your focus, your time, and your attention, until you're able to deal with it in a healthy and a productive way. So focus on what you can fix instead of what you cannot fix. Wow. Did you get that? Did that resonate in your spirit? Did that leap in your soul? If that leaped in your soul, say, I got it. I got that right there. Say I got that right there. I can do that right there. I can focus on what I can fix. I'm going to focus on what I can fix. I'm going to enjoy the time with my family and my friends. Listen, let me say this before I get to my third point. And I want you to do this tonight. I want you to do this tonight, today. It's early. You know, when we're suffering and we're struggling and we're dealing with that thing, it's like a death. And so what we do is we intentionally deal with that death. We intentionally give our focus and our time and our energy to that thing that's killing us on the inside. And it's like a death. And so we focus on it and we give it our energy. But what I want you to do is be intentional about life and living. And I want you to find a funny movie tonight. Today, find a funny movie. Something funny, a comedy, something that's going to make you laugh. Something, it may be something old that you have not seen in a while. Something, but when you focus on what you can fix, you can focus on fixing your laughter. You can focus on fixing your smile. You can focus on fixing your energy. You can focus on that. So I want to encourage you, find something funny, something that's to you is just hilarious. It may not be hilarious to anybody else. But instead of focusing on death and dying, I want you to focus on life and living. And I want you to focus on it by laughter. And here's the third thing that I want you to do on how to let that thing go. And this is what I've done, and it has worked for me. And this is probably the biggest thing I'm going to give you. And so let me set this thing up. I'm going to give you a minute because you might want to write this down. If you've been writing the other two down, your sanity is worth saving. Focus on what you can fix. You want to write this one down right here. And I'm going to give you just a few seconds to get it. Maybe you want to text somebody and tell them jump on right now, because he's going to give us something that's going to bless us, going to change our life. This thing here that I'm getting ready to give you, it is a game changer. It is a life changer. When I talk about being intentional about life and living and laughter, this third thing that I'm about to give you, it's going to bless you. If you're ready for it, just text in the box right now. Come on, man. Come on. Come on. Give it to me. I'm ready for it. Come on. Stop playing with me. Stop stringing me along. Come on. Here it is. Here's the third thing that I do, that I've learned to do in my life to let that thing go. And it is to evict the invader. To evict the invader. Wow. Did you get that? Evict the invader. Whoever it is or whatever it is that has invaded your mind, your spirit, serve them or it an eviction notice. Hear me. You have to serve them an eviction notice from your spirit. You got to tell them you got to go. You cannot occupy the space in my mind anymore. Here it is. You got too many people living in your head, your heart, and your spirit that ain't paying rent. They are living in your head rent free. It's time for you to serve them an eviction notice. That invader that came in, that you gave them your life and your love and your laughter, and they hurt you, they disappointed you, they wronged you. It's time for you to serve them an eviction notice out of your spirit. You got to let them know, gotta go, gotta go. You have to type that in the chat right there. Gotta go, gotta go. You need to evict the invader. And here's the good news. You don't have to give them 30 days. All you got to do is give them 30 seconds. Enough time for you to tell them, you can't do me like this anymore. You're not going to hurt me like this anymore. Here it is. Because I can focus on fixing this. Because my sanity is worth saving. And so you have to let them know. And listen, that was a biggie for me. I literally thought I needed people. I thought I needed them for me to be okay. I thought I needed them for me to be happy. I thought I needed their approval for me to be great, for me to be successful. I thought I needed them for me to be a great pastor, preacher, a friend, a good family member. I thought I needed them. I thought that my success and my happiness on somehow was tied to them. But it was only when I started serving eviction notice that I realized I could be happy without the invader. And I realized I had more peace without the invader. And I realized part of the reason why I didn't have peace was because I had too many invaders occupying space in my head and my heart, and they were living there rent free. So when I made up in my mind that I'm moving forward and they can't go with me, that I'm moving forward and I'm okay not having certain people in my life, in my spirit, that's when I grew up. That's when I stopped acting like a boy and I became a man. I became more of a spiritual man. I became more of a husband. I became more of an encouraging man. I become more of a loving man. I become more of a caring man. I become more of a focused person because I realized I did not have to have the people in my life that I thought I had it to make me happy. Somebody got to grip and grab that right there. You ought to just type in the chat box right there. Wow, that's for me right there. You have to evict the invader. Serve them an eviction notice and tell them time is up. Season is over. Time is out. God has been too good to me. I've come too far in my journey. Or here it is. I refuse to stay stuck in this place. If I would have received that early in my ministry, I would have been a better pastor. If I'd have received that early in my life, I would have been a better friend, better husband, a better father. If I would have received it then, but I'm not crying over spilled milk. I'm just buying some more milk. I refuse to allow people that don't pay my bills, don't give me thrills, and don't warm my chills to live in my spirit. Gotta go, gotta go. And so I pray that this motivational moment helped you tonight, because some of you all, I know it, and if you keep it real, you can say me. Some of you all are allowing people to live in your spirit rent-free. Live in your head rent-free. They ain't paid nothing, and they just hanging out in there doing nothing, but causing more damage, more harm. They're causing you to be fatigued. They're disturbing your sleep. And they are messing up your peace. But you got to let that thing go. And have a smile on your face. Watch this. Because once you evict the invader, you're going to have room for encouragement and hope. And that's what you want. You don't want to stay at this place that you are. You want to move forward in your life. And so I pray that this motivational moment blessed you tonight. Let that thing go. Let that thing go. Say it with me. I'm letting that thing go. I realize that my sanity is worth saving. I am going to focus on what I can fix, and I am going to evict the invaders. Gotta go, gotta go. Listen, thank you so much for allowing me to come into your space tonight. I'm back. We're back. And I feel good. I was just thinking this morning, when I got up this morning, my head space feels so clear and so good, and I feel so focused, and my energy is right, and I just give God the glory. Do you give God the glory? Just tell him thank you. I thank God that I'm in my right mind, and I have the activity of my limbs, and I have that peace that surpasses all understanding, and I give God the glory. And I thank God for each and every one of you. I leave you with this right here. As I say quarter out, let that thing go. God bless you, and may the Lord keep you